Welcome back. I actually got to go shopping, which it's been a few weeks because of Christmas, New Year's, and everything since I've been able to go shopping for resale, but I was able to get out this weekend. I have not a substantial haul, like not a huge one, but a very good haul of good quality things that I think will do well for resale. Let's get into it. See what you think. I went to three of my favorite stores. They're kind of like my old faithful places. The first store we went to is called the Vintage Warehouse. So first thing I spotted there were these. These are wall decor. They are made of that plastic, but they're gold painted and they have like a raised design. Now, these are going to look familiar to you if you're used to like the dart. These are dart industry. If you are a reseller or if you know your vintage wall decor, these are that same along that same line of the plasticky wall decor of like Hondo, Burwood Products, and Dart Industries. These are marked Dart Industries, and brush up on your do you know your Roman numerals? If you're selling vintage, you got to brush up on your Roman numerals. I never know them. I always have to look it up. But this one I do know, MCMLXX, because it is 1970, which is the year I was born. So these were created the year that I was born. These are in really good condition. There was one little mark right here, a little scratch. This is kind of like a wood grain feel to it. And other than that, I didn't see any chips or anything. Of course, this is where the price tag was. I just have to take those off. But the price on these, I got these for $7 a piece, and I believe they were on sale. So it was less than $14 for the pair, which is very good because these can sell for a lot more than that. But I thought those were really pretty. So that was a great beginning to that store. And then we were coming around the bend and my husband spots the squirrel. Okay, a little squirrel dish. He is ceramic. I had seen him before. He is from the 50s. In fact, he is marked on the bottom. I think it's 1957. It's California pottery. It says Fine Enterprises Inc., but it's the California USA pottery style. You'll learn after shopping what looks like what. So I knew he was old. He's in really great condition, no nicks and no chips. He was $28, but I would not have bought him for $28. That's too high for me. He was 50% off. So I got him for $14, which is great. As you would think, he's a squirrel. It's probably for like nuts. These are not very big, but also he has this hole right here, which is on the side. So you're thinking that's not a planter, right? Well, what he was labeled as when you research it is a wallet caddy. So apparently like to sit on your dresser or whatever. And I guess a guy would like put his wallet right here. And then this would be for all the stuff in his pockets. So change, I don't know, little mints? I don't know. What do people carry in their wallets? My husband has like random screws and nuts and bolts, but that is what he was originally labeled as. Even his little ears are in great condition. However, nowadays you have to think when you're buying vintage, what can someone use this for? Now, they might just buy it because he's cute. You just want to sit him around. He would be great still on a dresser for earrings and rings. This, I do think you could put maybe like some greenery coming out of it. I don't know. Use your imagination, but I still think it was a great deal for $14. We looked him up. He was selling from anywhere for $28, which was what they originally had, all the way up to $50. There weren't a lot of them that had sold for me to get comps off of eBay, but I thought he was kind of cool and I thought it was a great price. So we're going to list him and see how that goes. Also at that same place, a lot of vendors were having half off of all their Christmas. Well, I spotted this next two items and I wasn't sure if they were Christmas. They were on the shelf with Christmas. So I kind of took a picture of that in order to show the cashier. But she said, yeah, they're definitely Christmas because they were angel related. But these are adorable. Look at these sweet little angels with the deer. Now they're not marked. They do have like someone put little felt pieces on them. They are not marked, but I have seen these before. They're that era of the California pottery style. I will have to look these up again. I cannot remember what they're called, but there's a certain style they're called. But not only do people love angels, they love deer, and especially with pink. And this is the original pink. It's like a little bit of a purpley pink, but they're very cute, in great condition, no chips, nothing, only a little crazing, which I don't even know if you might be able to see that. There's some crazing in the glaze due to the age of these. They have these marked as salt and pepper shakers, but they're not. There's no holes. There's a hole on the bottom, but there's no holes for anything to come out. But I think maybe some vendors just mark any kind of small salt and pepper shakers, so it's easier to put into the register. But they are basically just little figurines. I will sell these together. So these were on sale. So I cannot remember what the original price is, but I think we ended up paying $6. And I think you can get a lot more for that, especially together as a set. My husband, because I found those, came around the corner and found these cool, and the light is going to make like little rings on them, but these are little skunks. Now they got kind of crazy eyeballs. Like look at their little eyeballs. But there's some fading on this one. At first I thought it was redware, but it's not, because you can see on the bottom it has the white. If this was redware, you would see that reddish clay colored on the bottom. Out of two, and they were $8. So that makes them $4 a piece. Now we went ahead and bought these. They were not on sale because I do have a history in my Etsy shop of skunks selling well. It's a very collectible animal, and they are pretty good shape. They do have a little, this one has a little bit of fading on it. It's a very older type. You can tell with the small eyes that these are very old. I think these will do well. I'm going to probably list them together and just see what happens. Warehouse. Then we went on down the road to the Radical Relic. Used to have a different name. It is marketed as only antiques, but there's stuff in there that's not antiques, and they do have a little boutique-y stuff, so take it for what it is. The first thing I saw was this key, this golden key. It is metal and it is vintage. These were along, I think these might have been Homeco, I'm not sure. Homeco also has some plastic ones or Burwood products. This is what I would call the medium key. There used to be a large key, a medium, and a small. The metal one always, for me, holds up better than the plastic one because you can't chip it. I don't think that the paint on it may have been touched up, but it doesn't look like it because that would be hard. There's nothing on the back. Now it has little hangers on it where you hang it on the wall. They had this really pretty green ribbon on it, and it wasn't a bow, but it came out, and they had it hanging long ways, which would kind of be cute near a doorway or something. But even though some people think these are gaudy, they do sell well for me. Large spoons, large forks, large spoons, large keys, anything oversized like that for wall decor does pretty well in my shop for vintage. So I think this will sell well. I want to say I paid $12 for this. I don't have my receipt. Might have paid $10 for this, which might be a little high. But the only reason I did was because I like it. And if I like it, I know that if it doesn't sell, I can use it in my own decor. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to use this in my own decor or do I want to sell it? I haven't decided yet. Next thing I got there, I was really excited, was I saw a shelf with lots of thimbles on it. And I saw one that it came in a thing like this with four thimbles in it. Now, the four thimbles do not go together. And I will probably sell them separately. They're each different. But the one that caught my eye, I'm going to have to pull him out, was this frog one, because he has little green gem eyes and he's very detailed. Now, these are pewter. So two things caught my eye. One, thimbles sell well for me on Etsy. I've sold several sets, usually the ceramic ones that have like birds on them or butterflies. I've sold a lot of those. Pewter sells well for me just because it's desirable and it's worth a little bit of money. So that usually sells well. These are very collectible. And the reason I think these do well for me on Etsy is because Etsy also targets crafters and sewing people. So I think that you may get a little more views for things like thimbles, crochet needles, those type of things. So I can put it in 2 different categories. It's going to be in a vintage category, but it also can be in a craft supply category or a tool, craft tool category. And those are separate categories. So I can market those on my SEO, which is your search engine optimization, where you put in words so someone can find your item. That gives me 3 places to market this, 3 different categories to market it in: craft tool, craft supply, and also vintage. For all 4, I paid $16. It was not on sale. It was a little high for me, but I did it because when I was in the store, I looked up the one that I was interested in, which was Little Froggy Man, okay? And Little Froggy Man was selling for $16 all on his own, and that wasn't including shipping. And several had sold on eBay for that. So right there, if I can sell one of these for 16, I've already made my money back for the 4, and I can sell the others for profit, sheer profit. So the next one I found was also Pewter. It is Tunnel of Love. I'm going to try to get this on here where you can see it. It has a little couple, and it says Tunnel of Love on it. And then it actually moves. So the pieces move. Now, not all the way around. They kind of go this way and then this way, but it is a thimble. I don't know if you would actually wear this as a thimble. I'm thinking this is just a collectible, because to wear it as a thimble, you would have to have the people outside. That seems like that would be annoying if you were sewing. So I'm assuming this is just like a little collectible. Really tiny right there. You can see a little name, and it says Nicholas Gish. So when I looked this up and saw Nicholas Gish, I then knew, okay, that's the artist name. So I looked it up, Nicholas Gish Pewter Thimbles, and came up with a whole slew of thimbles. Now I couldn't find, I don't know that Nicholas Gish did the frog, couldn't find the frog under him, but I did find one similar to this with moving parts. It also was selling for about 16 to 20 bucks. So that made me happy. And then also it explained the next one that was in my list, that was in my little box, because it also is Nicholas Gish, and it is called, it has on the back, it says Amish Thimble. And then it has also the Nicholas Gish signature on it. And it is just basically a little Amish family with a little sunshine. And it has a little design on the top as well. And it's a real thimble. So this one is a little heavier too. So now I'm looking it up under Nicholas Gish. All of his thimbles are selling for around $20 or under. So now I've got 3. Don't know if this one's Nicholas Gish, but now I've got 3 that I know are selling online for $16 to $20. So, and I paid 16 for 4. So I'm thinking I did okay. I'm thinking I'm going to do okay. Now, the very last one that was in it was this really tiny one. It's for a small finger, because it only fits like on my little pinky finger, but it has teddy bears on it, and it has a little bit of a color on it. 3 different teddy bears. Now, this one I could not find online exactly like it, and I also did not see a signature on it, so I don't know if this is Nicholas Gish. But however they were selling them, they just put them all 4 into this and sold it for $16, and I don't think that was a bad deal at all. I am going to list these separately. Going to be very easy to ship because it's smalls. I think he's cool. Is he not cute? He's so cute. So, and you know what? Does he have a little signature on him? What does that say? There's something written on him. I probably should have looked that up, but I can't see it right there. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll have to look on his signature and see what that says. I should have looked, because I can't see it right now without blowing it up, magnifying it. So that was all that I bought at the Radical Relic, was the key and the set of thimbles. Then we ran on down the road to Shops of Sango, which was on our way home. Went in there, not a lot of stuff in there that I could find. And I am also going to insert some footage for you at some of these stores. I tried to film a little bit, but I'm not great at doing that in public. But in the Shops of Sango, I found this very sweet cat picture. This is vintage. It says Tiger Cat on the back, and it has a Napco sticker. So this is very old. I mean, it's probably like 60s, but very good condition. Little cat, and he's 3D, kind of like a 3D cat, and he's sticking his little paw into the fish bowl. And this is basically just a little wall hanging. It has like a little wire that someone's put in there, but I like that it still has its original sticker. I like that it's marked, and I like that it's in really good condition. I want to say we paid $6 for this, which is not bad. So basically went in there and bought one thing, but it was all I could find in there. So not a huge haul, but a good haul, a substantial haul, a haul that I think I can make a little bit of profit on reselling. Now, depending on how energetic I am, and if I get these listed, I will always list them below in the video. So anytime you see me show a listing in a video, check below to see if there is a link to it. And that means that I already have it listed. It'll take you directly to the listing. If I do not have it listed, it won't be under there, but there will be a link to my store. There's always a link to my store in the description of every video, so you can always link to the store just to look at other items if you would like to. If you don't, that's fine. It's like window shopping online. When it's cold outside, I window shop online. I did try my best to take a little bit of footage at each store. I think I might not have filmed in the last store, but I did take a little bit of footage that I want to insert in here for you. I'm not great at filming while I'm shopping. I know you guys like that. I know you like the shop alongs, because I do. I love to watch that. It's nice to not have to leave your house and be able to look and see what is out in the stores. But I'm not great at doing it in public. And also, I can't multitask that well. So when I'm filming, I feel like I'm missing stuff because I'm trying to like make sure that I'm holding the phone or the camera to get things, and I want to talk over it, but there's people. It was kind of busy in the stores, and so I'm not real great at that yet, but I did insert some footage that I think will be fun for you to see. This was at the first store. I saw these mugs. I'm still kind of regretting I didn't get them. They're Halloween mugs by Debbie Mum. And even though it's kind of off season, I thought they were really cool. 4 for $10. Really neat design. Should have probably got those. And then I wanted to show you real quick, this next item is a copper mold. It's an astrology mold, and someone painted over it. So I was a little bummed by that. That right there, that would have sold very well if it hadn't been painted over. And they had it for $6.99. I think I was telling my husband right there, someone painted over this, or I would have bought it. Then I saw this little green basket, which I almost bought for myself. It was a really good price. And then I'll let you look at some of the things we were looking at. Okay, I got excited when I saw these. These are lamb chop. I don't know if you remember lamb chop, like Sherry Lewis and lamb chop. There was one big bird plate in there. I don't know why it was in there, but these are little children plastic like dinnerware set, and my nostalgia in me wanted to buy it because I remember lamb chop and they were so cute. And it was only like $6, I think. My camera work is not great, but I decided to pass on those because I don't think that they would be like a big seller. for me. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to all those that have subscribed. If you haven't done so already, I would love it if you would. And I will see you very soon. Until then, take care of yourselves.